I just heard myself. I'm the co-founder and co-CEO of Xero Shoes, and this is the third Tuesday of the month, which is when we have this Ask Me Anything, where you can ask me anything. This is a live call. If you're not watching it live, that's cool. You can still ask me anything. Put your comments below. Somebody, maybe me, maybe one of our customer happiness team members will get back to you. But if you are here live, you can put in your questions below, and I will see them over there on my screen. So when I'm looking there, now you know why. And on the call, we talk about pretty much whatever you want to talk about. Natural movement, barefoot shoes, minimalist shoes, are they the same thing or not? Maximalist shoes, what do we think about those? Are they good? Are they bad? Is there a use for them? What I'm making for dinner, the proper transition to natural movement, why we're calling it natural movement instead of, barefoot, whatever. And I can tell you that too. But, any questions you have, I'm happy to answer. Gabby jumps in first. Hey, Steven, I'm loving the Pagosa. Great slipper. I agree. And is it back in stock? I can't even remember right now. So that's a whole other question. But what I'd like to start with for the people who are new to Xero Shoes or just getting to understand what we're all about and why we say that we're here to help you feel what you've been missing. Natural comfort, performance, and health. Let me give you that world's fastest tour. And pardon the croakiness. I've had some sort of non-COVID cold for the last week, a little over, actually 9 days. And 3 days ago is when this thing went out completely. This is the best I've sounded in quite a while, which lets you know how bad I sounded yesterday. All right, so what do we do? It's really pretty simple. Your body is really an amazing thing, especially those things that are at the end of your legs called your feet. I don't know if you know this, but if you've been on these calls before, you do. A quarter of the bones and joints of your whole body are in your feet and ankles. That's so they can bend and flex and move, and that's for balance, agility, and mobility. If you don't let your feet do that job, then that function tries unsuccessfully to move upstream into your ankle, your knee, your hip, and your back, causing a whole bunch of problems. Also, you have more nerve endings in the soles of your feet than anywhere but your fingertips and your lips. That's so you can feel things, so your brain knows what you're stepping on or in, so it can adjust to the terrain you're on or in, starting by moving those bones and joints in your feet and ankles. So what we're doing here at Xero Shoes is making products that'll let your feet do their job so the rest of your body can do its job. And the way that happens is first with a wider foot-shaped toe box so your toes don't get squeezed together. You don't do push-ups like this, you do push-ups like this. Same thing, your toes should be able to move because if they get squeezed together, that's worse for balance. Low to the ground for balance and agility. We don't have a thing that most modern athletic shoes have, which is lifting your heel with a bunch of foam, because that messes with your posture, tips you forward, then you have to lean back to adjust, which is why many people, if they take off their shoes, they kind of feel like they're falling back because they were falling back and now they're not. It's also a reason why the writer David Sedaris made a comment. He lives in France, and he said his French friends accuse him of walking like an American. And he said, what's that? They said, you throw your legs in front of you. And when you're leaning back because you have a higher heeled shoe, that's really all you can do is you have to throw your legs in front of you just because of the alignment of your body. So low to the ground for balance and agility, no elevated heel, no toe spring, which literally keeps your toes doing this if the sole of your shoe is stiff, because if you don't have that toe spring, you'd just be slapping the ground like crazy. So we don't do that. You can get totally flat. The soles are super, super flexible so that your feet can do all that moving. Also great for travel. And speaking of soles, they're designed to give you traction and protection, but also the ground feeling that you need to tell your brain how to move your body efficiently, effectively, and probably most importantly, enjoyably. P.S. We make our shoes durable to keep them out of landfills, the most green thing you can do. We have our own rubber compound. We call it Feel True Rubber, and it's designed to, we back it up, our soles, with a 5,000-mile sole warranty. Two last things. Every one of our shoes has a removable 2 to 3 millimeter insole or sock liner. That's so you can have protection if you want it, or more barefoot feeling by taking this out. And last but not least, Xero shoes are so lightweight and so comfy, but especially lightweight, that we've literally had people accidentally go to sleep or go to bed still wearing them because they forgot they had them on. Again, also perfect for travel. Now, normally I'd be in the office, but with this going on, I don't want to be in the office. And with a whole bunch of shoes behind me, showing that we have a complete line of casual and performance shoes, boots, and sandals for pretty much anything you can think of. I mean, even this, I should do something with the laces so it looks a little better. This is mine. This is the Alpine. This is a fully waterproof snow boot. Really, really grippy tread, as you can see. Crazy, crazy flexible compared to anything of the sort. And again, great grippy tread, gator hooks, and all the things you need. And so it's letting you have that natural movement thing with as much barefoot feeling as we can get away with. So this is the Speed Force, our closest to barefoot shoe. This is the Alpine. let's call it our furthest from barefoot, but still gives you great ground feedback while you're also getting that fully waterproof protection from the snow with an insulated waterproof snow boot. Okay, a couple questions came in so we can prove this is live. Dylan, any plans for a white leather Xero? Dylan, man, I hate it when you ask me questions where I just have to give you a simple answer. And the simple answer is yes. I can't tell you when because I don't remember, because I don't store that info in my head because I got way too much in my head. But yes. And then Peter, did I know Vivo is making a 3D printed shoe? I do know about that. And it's not something we are looking into because I've looked at some of the 3D printing stuff. And it's, again, not where we're going in the immediate future. Caleb, what's up, Stephen? Have you looked into maybe sponsoring any players in the disc golf scene? Vivo Barefoot's taking it by storm right now. I wouldn't say by storm, but I get your point. Yes, we have a bunch of disc golf players who swear by our shoes and regular golf players too. So if you know anyone that we should talk to, we are all ears. Ray, I've got Orthotics. That's my dog seeing a rabbit. Ay. Hold on. Sorry about that. Good question. Ray, oh, no. When he finds a bunny, he loses his little doggy mind. So wait, I got to do something about that. Hold on. I'll be right back. Hello, come here. Alrighty. Literally the first time I've left one of these. Okay, so Ray's question, have orthotics, can I wear these? Two things. One, yes. In fact, we give you the best platform for an orthotic because it's a flat sole without built-in arch support to begin with. So if you already have something built in with arch support, adding the orthotic can actually make it not work the way it's supposed to. More, since we don't have a big foam midsole, when you wear a regular, normal athletic shoe, that foam starts to break down almost immediately, frankly. And so if it breaks down in any way that alters the geometry of what that orthotic is supposed to do, that's a problem. Quick story that you might enjoy. I was at the International Foot and Ankle Biomechanics Summit, and there's a guy there who's like the #1 researcher about orthotics. And he said, be curious to see, what happens if I wear your shoes with or without the orthotics. And so he put on our Prio, which at that time I think was the only performance shoe we had. And he said, so here it is with the orthotics, here it is without the orthotics. What'd you notice? I said, what'd you notice? He goes, well, these feel really comfortable, but I didn't really notice anything else. I went, cool. So the only thing that changed is your right foot was pronating a little more than when you took the orthotic out because it's weak. And what I can tell you is there's research showing that if you just walk around in shoes like these, it can build foot and ankle strength as much as doing an exercise program. So he then goes up to this woman named Dr. Irene Davis, who's like the godmother of minimalist footwear research. And he said, he was kind of, poking at her to say, I really like these shoes, but I'm going to wear them with my orthotics. And she said, that's cool. But then in a month, shave them down by 50%. And then a month later, shave them down by another 50%. And then a month later, throw them away when you're strong enough that you don't need them and your foot can support yourself. And he went, oh, so do with that what you will. Not going to make any promises, but that's what I can tell you. Gabrielle, I don't know which, my apologies. After the recent sale, I'm up to a dozen pairs of Xero shoes. These shoes have saved my life. I suffer from fibromyalgia, but these shoes keep me moving. And as a result, my pain has decreased. Thank you. I wish I could quote that like in an ad, but we're not allowed to make medical claims. So someone might get on my case about reading it out loud here. But we're so happy to hear from people who, when they say things like changed my life or saved my life, that's what gets us out of bed in the morning. Because I got to tell you, running any business is hard. Running a very rapidly growing footwear business is really hard. So, so good to hear your story. Thank you. Gabby, not only am I loving my Pagosa slippers and wearing them right now, my wife likes them and she is not a barefoot, natural, minimal footwear person. That is also my favorite thing. People who think that this barefoot thing is like, well, that's for those, hippie freaks. And if I had my hair down, people would think I'm one of those, but I'm not. But then they actually try them on, and it's really just about the comfort first, and then the performance improvements and the health benefits that you can get from wearing things that let your body do its natural. Renee asked, are we going to make more colors of the Zelen in women's? I don't know, but if there's a color you have in mind, if you look at the bottom of this little window here, you'll see if it's really tiny. It says, if you have requests, suggestions, go to xeroshoes.com/feedback. So go there and make the color suggestion that you have. And if you can actually link to any photo of the color that you're talking about, because if someone says red, there's a million reds, but that would be really helpful for our product team. And that's how we decide what we can do next. Gabby says, one smart thing about the Pagosa is the collapsible heel weight. I got to look now and see if they're back in stock because I can't recall. So I'm going to do that right now. Xeroshoes.com. come on, I can do it. /shop shoes Pagosa. I'm going to check for women first for no apparent reason. And we brought this product in like August, and it just sold out almost immediately, which was crazy. So right now we do have one color available for women in all sizes. That makes me very happy. And for men, we have got, come on, we have got same one color, but we've gotten all the sizes in. So yeah, we have it. We are looking at doing other colors, by the way. So anyway, Gabby says, one smart thing about the Pagosa is the collapsible heel. Makes them easier to put on and gives you an extra option to wear them as a slipper or a slide. I'm adding that while still letting your, well, it says offering ankle support, but that's you giving yourself ankle support. It says other brands, I'm not going to mention them, have separate slippers. One's that go up to the ankle, one's a slip on. We have both options in one shoe, and that is fantastic. Gabby says, thank you. Caleb, I totally agree. The Scrambler Mid is my favorite for disc golf. I was going to suggest that or the Scrambler Low. They're both awesome. I got my roommates hooked on Xeros through disc golf too. Caleb says, thanks. So we actually were talking to USA Ultimate Frisbee because amazingly, while that's the national governing body for Frisbee sports, so it covers ultimate as well as disc golf. And we're talking a bunch of ultimate players as well. But that said, again, drop us an email, and if you've got some ideas, we'll have a conversation. Gabby says, thanks for the corrections, like slides. I found it hard to explain what you meant about the heel, but you get it. Yeah. So if you don't know, the Pagosa is it's a faux wool, imitation wool slipper that has a heel that you can step on. So here, I'll describe it. So you can either just do this and slide in, or just step into it and wear it like a regular slipper. This is the most talking I've done in about 7 days. Alrighty. So I don't know about you. It's 5:12 in Colorado, and it is pitch black, and that just freaks me out. So I don't want to stick around too long because I don't want to keep doing this too much longer because it's a little tricky, but we'll stay as long as you have questions. Gabby says, I want a royal blue Pagosa. Go to xeroshoes.com/feedback, submit that request. And that's how things get done. Here's the announcement that I should have made at the very beginning, and I totally forgot to. xeroshoes.co.uk. If you are in the UK, go there now, because between now and the 11th of January, all the products we have on that site are 20% off. If you are not in the UK, find people in the UK and tell them to go to xeroshoes.co.uk. And you'll see when you get there, we don't have every one of the 52 different styles that we currently make. We're still getting inventory over there, getting our warehouse working better before we ship them everything. So it's a limited selection of some of our best-selling products. So you'll like it. And one thing, if you're not in the UK, go there anyway, because what you're going to see is the new theme for our website, the new design for our site. We're still making some tweaks and changes, but you're going to see some really, really cool stuff that in the next few weeks will be coming over to xeroshoes.eu and xeroshoes.com. I don't have an ETA for when that's going to happen, but you'll get a kick out of checking it out. So Brad Stone, dark here at 4:30. Actually dark here around the same time too, but it's 5 when I just notice how bad it is. Would I ever sell with Anya's shop? Anya is only selling things that she is bringing in from Europe. So Anya is a dear friend. She refers people to us all the time. In fact, she's I think our number one affiliate, number one person referring people to us. So she hasn't asked us to do that, but mostly she's only selling the stuff that isn't available directly from in the US. Lori, Pagosa. I'm going to correct you. My apologies. It's the Pagosa. I wear mine for running errands. I refuse to consider them just house slippers. Love them. The thing that we had to convince people about the Pagosa and the Sunrise, which is the kind of warmer weather sibling, that's the word I was looking for, is we had to remind people that's what they're for. It's like whatever you can think of. Walk the dog, run some errands, hang out at the house, but it's not a running shoe. We just gave it to the initial wear testers, and they were confused, like, but it doesn't feel good to run in. So I'm just wearing it around the house. Went, yep, perfect. That's why we made it. Ace of Cade, are there any plans to make another shoe that's like the Torontos? That's the first pair of Xero I got, and I like that style. And the answer is yes. But like I said to a previous similar question, I don't know when, because I just don't store that info in my head. So that was a great high top sneaker that we loved, but it wasn't selling very well. And that's when we had a very limited amount of warehouse space. So while Lena and I are long tail people by nature, if something's selling, it'll eventually sell. We can hold on to it for as long as it takes. our warehouse and our chief financial officer disagree with that. So, we have to be because basically if we have something sitting on the shelf, that's money that we aren't able to use to buy additional things that are selling faster or new things for the next season. So working on it is the best thing I can say. Gabby is saying to Laurie, yeah, Laurie, the Pagosa sole is so durable you can wear them out and about. SL, when will there be new Phoenix knit colors? I've been asking forever. I don't have a good answer for that. The best way to ask, and I know it's been asking forever, is drop an email to our customer happiness team, support@xeroshoes.com, and ask them. And if they say they don't know, ask them to ask me and I'll find out. Let's see, Caleb, do I plan to do any more collabs with Michelin or manufacturers like that? We've been having a lot of conversation with Michelin. We were at an event called the Running Event, trade show for running shoe stores, and they were there, and we had a big meeting with them about all the things we could do together because the Scrambler Mid and the Scrambler Low are such great products. So yes is the answer for that. Again, Gabriel or Gabrielle, my apologies, because I have friends who use both pronunciations for the same spelling. The Aptos has become my house shoe. I can now be counted among the people that have fallen asleep with their shoes on. Happy to hear it. I as well. Actually, I rarely have had that happen because I come inside and I kick off my shoes pretty much all the time. I don't think I've worn a shoe inside a house since 1989, because that's when I went to Asia, where you would always take off your shoes and either put on a house slipper or be in your socks. And I just got in the habit of just doing it, and I liked it. And that's partly how we all ended up here. So just another reminder, let's see, today's the 19th. You're trying to get something in time for Christmas, 2 ideas. One, go to our store locator, go to our site up in the upper right-hand corner, store locator, and check out some of the stores that are online. I'm not going to mention them all, so my apologies if I leave out. So Amazon, Zappos, REI, Roadrunner Sports, Moose Jaw. I know I'm missing a couple, and there are some other places like maybe Whole Earth Provision Company. I don't know if they sell online. So poke around. You can actually check to have only the results come out that are online stores and see who has what, who can promise delivery in time for Christmas. Getting to be a little tight. The second thought, go to xeroshoes.com and search for our gift certificates. And so get someone that you know or love a gift certificate so they can get something that they will then love, and then they'll know and love you. So there's that. Other announcements, again, go check out xeroshoes.co.uk, even if you aren't in the UK, just to see what's going on there. If you know anyone in the UK, tell them to go there because everything's 20% off through January 11th. And again, smaller selection of products for now. And some of the products are actually on Amazon. We redirect you to Amazon, and they're on sale up there too at amazon.co.uk. So, all right, got no other questions that have come in. So I'm going to go do a going once, going twice, and then get out of here and rest my voice and catch up with my wife and see if the dog is still freaking out over the bunny. So what else can I say in the interim? Caleb says, last question revolving around the Scrambler. Do you know if a waterproof version may be in the future? I do know. Do you want to know the answer? Yes. Again, not sure when, but absolutely. So that's happening. I'm going to do a shout out for someone that has changed my life. If you go to YouTube and search for Charlie Anderson, or better yet, Charlie Anderson Pizza, you will find he has deconstructed and reconstructed New York style pizza and Detroit style pizza. And those are some of the best recipes I've ever made for pizza. So I make pizza every week, and Charlie is 2 of my 4 recipes. So, okay, my gosh, a bunch of things came in. Do I have black shoes because I work in the service industry? Yes, we have a number of black shoes. We have, especially for the service industry, the Prio All Day SR. It is a black leather slip resistant shoe. And then we also, I can't remember. We also have the Hana in black, I believe. The HFS in black, or the HFS to it. We got a bunch. So unfortunately, it's not easy to search for them. We're rectifying that. But if you poke around, you will find black shoes. Or you can drop an email to our customer happiness team, again, support@xeroshoes.com, and ask them which are the black shoes, and they will tell you. Gabby, favorite TV show right now? Oh, gosh. Oh, man. I'm so bad with names. Extraordinary. I'm not even going to tell you what it is. It's one of our favorites. We are loving it. Gabby, did I watch the finale of The Gilded Age? I didn't. Lena did. Is the new Speed Force coming to the EU or UK? That's a great question. I don't know. The original Speed Force didn't sell very well in the EU, so I'm not sure what we're doing about bringing it over there. In the UK, we never had it over there, so we're going to and test the waters is the best thing I can say. But I don't know. SL, which month for the new spring releases? We are targeting the end of February, but things can happen between now and then, so we'll see. Anthony, just want to say thanks for the awesome shoes. They've been helping with my low back pain, pelvic tilt. I'm telling all my clients to try Xero Shoes. Thank you. Thank you. Caleb, thanks for doing this. I hope you feel better soon, you and me both. And so does my dog, because I can't go running when I'm like this. And he's long and low and is all muscle, and he loves running. I discovered when we got him, our first dog, what I can say is I can't say that I love my dog more than my wife. She tells me, and she says the same. We are so in love with this dog. But what I learned from this dog, number one, is that I can sprint. I'm a sprinter, full speed with no warm up at 6 in the morning when I've just rolled out of bed, because that's what he does, and I go with him. So thank you, Jason, for whatever that emoji or that thing is for our shoes. It's kind of a love thing. I get it. Oh, it is a love thing. So thank you. All right, I'm going to get out of here. Go rest my voice. Go drink some hot tea or whatever it is that seems to make this work. As I do at the end of all of these, I just want to thank you all so much, not only for joining us, but also if you have Xero Shoes, for being part of the family. If you're new to Xero Shoes, again, we're here to help you feel what you've been missing: natural comfort, performance, and health. And also just whether you've been with us for a while or you're new to Xero Shoes, just to let you know, when Lena and I started this, it was we thought, it would make a little car payment, be a little thing that took us a couple hours a day, not a big deal. We didn't know that we'd be helping millions of people around the world discover the benefits and fun of natural movement, and we couldn't be more grateful. Oh wait, some things came in. All right, I'll do it real quick. Ankush, I love Xero Shoes, but my kids' pre-o laces always open up at the tips. I'm not sure what that means. If you mean like this part is coming off, then I don't know if that lace has any polyester in it. If it does, try giving it a little bit of lighter. Be careful with it, or tying a little knot in them. Or you can look into we have some elastic laces called lock laces. You can look into those as well. If you mean that they come undone when tying, there's some cool videos on other ways of tying as well, but I'm not quite sure what you meant. Odd Man in the Sea. When's the Nexus back in stock with all styles? I have no idea, because I can't store that info in my head. It has been painful. I think within the next week or two, but I just don't. I don't know specifically. Partly we don't know because when we get things like snowstorms, that screws things up. Just ordered 3 pairs for the family. Love it. Other Xero Shoes. I get it. So all right. Anyway, once again, the last thing is, we could not be more grateful for all the support that we've gotten, and frankly, for just you guys spreading the word. Half of our sales come from people who have purchased a pair of Xero Shoes and then buy another pair, or a third or a fourth and a fifth. And then out of the other half, there's a big chunk that's people who met the first half. And people like you, who either told your friends and family, or bumped into someone on the street who said, hey, what are those? Or hey, are those Xero Shoes? Or talk to me about those shoes, and you've been willing to. So thank you for that. Yeah, can't get out of here. It's okay. Funny story. Wearing my Xero Shoes for the past 2 years to get out of foot coffins, I discovered that I've been a size too small. So yeah, thanks for the life-changing shoes, bro. Johnny Miller, love the shoes, converted a friend, hoping to see more colors, want to order more. Johnny, like I said, if you have specific colors that you're wanting for specific shoes, go to xeroshoes.com/feedback and let us know what you're thinking. Link us to pictures of those colors so we know what the hell you're talking about, because otherwise someone can say blue, and there's a lot of blues going around. All right, I'm going to get out of here. Thank you all. Go out. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful holiday season, Christmas and the New Year's and everything else that goes along around that. And most importantly, make sure you go out, have some fun, and live life feet first.